Hello beautiful people, this is the first video of all the ones I'm gonna make to help you understand reality and become the most high vibrational, which is the happiest version of yourself. I'm gonna put all these videos in one playlist, which I'm gonna link down below. Today I'm gonna talk about parallel realities and why endless versions of you already exist. So imagine yourself as a cook, a ballet dancer, an inspirational speaker, or even a drug addict living on the street. And all of these versions of you already exist right now, because time is an illusion. Maybe you've heard this before, but you don't really understand, because there is the past, right? Like all the things that you did, and there is the future, like the things you're going to do. As we are experiencing and perceiving reality in this physical realm, we really do feel like time is real, and we feel like things are happening in a linear order, so one thing after the other. Whereas in reality, everything exists at the same time. So our perception is very limited, and everything that you perceive is just such a tiny fraction of all that really exists. And now comes the most interesting part about these parallel versions of you. Your consciousness jumps all the time from one version of yourself to the other, and it jumps so fast that you cannot perceive it. You do feel like your life is continuous, right? You do not feel any breaks because it's jumping so fast. Every single version of you is vibrating at a certain frequency, which is your emotions, energy in motion. And because everything around you is also energy vibrating, every frequency inside of you is attracting the things around you that are a vibrational match. So it's like every version of yourself has a certain reality attached to it, which matches its vibration. And the thing is, at every single moment in your life, you can become conscious and decide which version of yourself you want to experience. And this is the most empowering information you could ever get, because you are always in control. There's nothing outside of you that you ever have to be afraid of. I'm gonna make way more videos about this to help you understand more and to help you release the low vibration emotions so you can feel the more high vibrational ones. And I can tell you that this is your biggest mission, just like everyone else's, to come out of the ego, transcend and transform the low vibration emotions, to release them and to be able to experience the high vibrational ones until you match the highest version of yourself, which is unconditional love, the highest frequency, the strongest energy in the whole universe. So to explain the concept of the parallel versions of you better, you can imagine a movie. Every single moment of the movie you can pause it, right? So you have like a frozen snapshot. These frozen snapshots are like the parallel versions of yourself. Only when you add them together, there's a story. So only when you add all the snapshots together, you create the movie. And only when you take different versions of yourself and you add them together, you create one timeline. And imagine how many there are, because every single day you can make so many different decisions, right? And then imagine in your life, and every single decision you take, you are already on a different timeline. So now you might ask yourself, how should I know what to do, what to decide, if there's so many possibilities? And I'm gonna tell you this in my next video. And exactly the same as there's so many different versions of you, there's also so many different versions of the planet existing right now, and you're just experiencing one of them. And in this lifetime you can definitely switch to experience a completely different version of this planet. Imagine like a planet which is even more fear-based and controlled by people in power who are operating on fear, like even worse than now. Basically. Then also there's the opposite version of the planet already existing, which is completely love-based and with a very high frequency, and we are literally shifting to that version right now as a collective, as people are beginning to wake up, go more into the love instead of the fear. For me, somehow this information is very relaxing, because everything exists anyways, and you are always in control, so you are just deciding what to experience out of all the endless possibilities that are out there. I will explain way more in my future videos, and also talk more about how to literally shift to experiencing another version of the earth. I really recommend you to read the book The Masters of Limitation by Bashar, which is a being from a higher dimension giving us information to navigate through life better and understand this reality. And I forgot to tell you that you should really watch this movie. It's definitely the funniest movie I've ever watched. I was screaming in the cinema and my boyfriend told me to shut up. It will definitely help you to understand the concept of parallel realities better, but even without that, I would definitely recommend watching this. Thank you so much for watching this tiny fragment of endless information which is out there, and I ask you, Do you choose fear and resistance or love and acceptance? You decide, because you are the most powerful being that has ever existed. Step into your power together with me.